Frank Lentini was born with a parasitic twin attached at birth. This rare condition left him with a fully formed third leg. His family later immigrated from Italy to the United States. In America, Lentini embraced show business with confidence and pride. He became known as the Great Lentini across circus stages. Lentini toured with the famous Ringling Brothers Circus for years. George and Willie Muse were black albino twins born in Virginia. Growing up during the Jim Crow South brought them many hardships. As children, they were kidnapped and forced into freak shows. Circus promoters told them to grow long hair for performances. They were cruelly advertised as men from Mars to crowds. Despite exploitation, the brothers later reclaimed freedom and dignity. Their story reflects both circus spectacle and America's racial injustice. Daisy and Violet Hilton were conjoined twins, fused at the hip. Born in England, they faced exploitation from a very young age. At only 3, they were placed in circus freak shows. Promoters used their condition to attract audiences and profit. The sisters endured both fame and struggles throughout their careers. Despite hardships, they showed resilience and pursued independence later. Their story highlights exploitation and courage in circus history. Martin Lorello was known as the human owl. He could rotate his neck a full 180 degrees. This unusual ability amazed crowds and earned him fame. In 1938, he appeared in Sam Wagner's Coney Island show. Lorello's act became one of the most memorable attractions. Audiences were stunned by his bizarre physical flexibility. His legacy lives on in circus sideshow history. Mirandajo stunned audiences with his bizarre feats. He pierced his body with swords and sharp objects. Doctors were baffled by how he survived without injury. In the 1940s, he became a sensation across Europe, but his daring act turned deadly when he swallowed a needle. The stunt led to his tragic death, sealing his fate. His story remains one of the strangest in circus history. Madame Gustaica was displayed as part of the so-called duckbill tribe. She was photographed smoking a pipe through the large plates in her lip. In the 1930s, such images fueled Western fascination with exotic cultures. But behind the spectacle was a long history of exploitation. Performers like Gustaica were often reduced to stereotypes for profit. Her image remains a striking reminder of how sideshows shaped perceptions. The Haramelio sisters, Natalia and Aurora, were born in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They became performers in the early 1900s, entering the sideshow world. Charles Eisenman captured their photograph in 1908, adding mystery to their story. Little is known about how they began working within the business. Like many women, their uniqueness was displayed for profit and curiosity. Johnny Eck was born without the lower half of his torso. Despite this condition, he became one of sideshow history's best-known performers. He starred alongside Angelo Rossito in the 1932 film Freaks. His unique presence earned him fame and admiration from curious audiences worldwide. Eck also portrayed a bird-like creature in several classic Tarzan films. He proved that physical limitations could not define talent, determination, or success. In 1900, circus freak shows drew massive crowds seeking shock and wonder. Performers with rare conditions became spectacles, turning personal struggles into public entertainment. These individuals traveled town to town, living under the circus spotlight. Their uniqueness was displayed as both curiosity and fascination for eager audiences. Many performers faced exploitation but also gained independence through circus life. Fanny Mills, famously called the Ohio Bigfoot Girl, lived in 1890. She suffered from Milroy disease, a rare congenital lymphatic system disorder. This condition caused her legs and feet to grow disproportionately large. Despite her challenges, she was displayed in sideshows as a curiosity. Audiences were both fascinated and sympathetic toward her unusual physical condition. Her story highlights how medical anomalies often intersected with entertainment history. Felix Verla gained fame in 1902 as the Elastic Man. He lived with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a rare connective tissue disorder. This condition allowed him to stretch his skin to remarkable lengths. Audiences marveled at his unusual flexibility, both shocking and entertaining crowds. Photographed by Charles Eisenman, his image was preserved in circus history. Joseph Merrick was known worldwide as the Elephant Man. He lived a tragic life defined by extreme physical deformities. Rejected by his parents, he faced cruelty and loneliness early. To survive, Merrick joined a traveling freak show exhibition. His condition brought both public fascination and deep personal suffering. Despite hardships, he displayed intelligence, kindness, and a gentle nature. Two women share balance, riding together on an old bicycle. This photograph, taken in London around 1891, captures playful daring. Trick cycling was a popular performance art in late Victorian times. Audiences admired balance, coordination, and style in these graceful street spectacles. Such acts blurred the line between sport and circus entertainment. The bicycle itself represents innovation, freedom, and social change for women. Two women stand beside a massive hippopotamus, posing with confidence. The animal rests calmly in front of a train, creating striking contrast. Such photos highlight how circuses transported exotic animals across great distances. The hippopotamus, rarely seen outside Africa, amazed curious crowds worldwide. Circuses thrived on spectacle, bringing the extraordinary into ordinary towns. Grady Stiles, known as the Lobster Boy, was born with ectrodactyly. This genetic condition fused his fingers and toes into claw-like shapes. Despite physical challenges, he became a star in American sideshows. Audiences marveled at his unique hands, resembling a lobster's claws. He married twice, fathering children who also inherited the condition. However, his personal life was troubled, marked by violence and tragedy. Charles Sherwood Stratton, famously known as General Tom Thumb, was born in 1838. He stopped growing at 6 months, remaining unusually small for years. In 1847, his growth resumed, though very slowly compared to others. By his 18th birthday, Stratton stood only 2 feet 8.5 inches tall. Despite his stature, he became one of P.T. Barnum's greatest stars. Wang, often called the human unicorn, never actually performed publicly. He was discovered in Manchuria, China, during the early 20th century. In 1930, an ambitious banker photographed his unusual horn. The horn grew about 13 inches from the back of his head. The striking photo was later sent to Robert Ripley for review. Ripley offered money to feature Wang in his auditorium exhibitions. Christian Ramos was born in Poland in 1891, covered in hair. His unusual appearance was likely caused by hypertrichosis, a rare condition. Family stories claimed his mother saw his father mauled by a lion. She believed this tragic event cursed her unborn child's appearance forever. At age 4, Christian was abandoned by his fearful mother. A man named Sedlmeier adopted him for exhibition across Europe. Chang and Eng Bunker were born in Thailand in 1811, conjoined twins. They gained fame by touring worldwide as part of curiosity exhibitions. Audiences marveled at their connection, yet they lived remarkably active lives. After touring for 3 years, they settled permanently in North Carolina. They married sisters and fathered many children despite constant public attention. Their story reflects resilience, adaptation, and the challenges of living conjoined. This vintage photo shows a wrestler proudly posing in traditional gear. Hands on hips, he radiates strength, confidence, and defiance toward challengers. The early 1900s marked wrestling's rise as a popular public sport. Wrestlers traveled between fairs, circuses, and local arenas, thrilling eager spectators. Matches often blurred lines between genuine competition and staged theatrical performance. This photograph shows Sissy and Olive Austin, daughters of Ellen Coleman. Ellen, widely known as Topsy, performed alongside Harry Austin in circus acts. Their daughters followed the family tradition, becoming part of performance culture themselves. The photo connects family life directly with the history of circus entertainment. On the reverse, details of their comedy act, Dancing Kim, appear. Millie and Christine McCoy were conjoined twins born into slavery in America. They endured hardship, being sold multiple times during their early difficult childhood. Eventually, they were exhibited in circuses as a rare singing novelty act. Audiences were fascinated by their harmonized voices and extraordinary physical connection. They toured internationally, performing for curious crowds across Europe and the United States. Pascual Piñon became famous as the two-headed Mexican in traveling shows. He had a tumor on his head which was decorated strangely. Promoters crafted a wax face, giving him the illusion of two heads. Crowds were amazed, believing he possessed an extraordinary and mysterious second face. His unusual appearance brought both exploitation and unwanted fame during his lifetime. His story remains remembered in circus history from 1917. Charles Sherwood Stratton became world famous performing under the stage name Tom Thumb. Barnum discovered him young, paying only $3 a week initially. Crowds adored Stratton's charm, wit, and ability to captivate audiences worldwide. He performed for royalty, including Queen Victoria, earning admiration across 2 continents. In 1863, Stratton married Lavinia Warren, a celebrated circus performer herself. Jack Earl's extraordinary height came from acromegalic gigantism, reaching nearly 7 feet 7. His towering frame made him a natural attraction for circus audiences worldwide. He joined the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, traveling extensively. For 14 years, Earl amazed spectators with his remarkable presence and charisma. Eventually, Earl retired from show life, pursuing work as a salesman. In 1924, the Ringling Brothers presented their famous Congress of Freaks. This lineup gathered unique performers whose talents fascinated crowds across the nation. Each member brought a story of struggle, resilience, and remarkable survival. Together, they transformed difference into spectacle under the circus's dazzling spotlight. Audiences flocked to marvel at these unusual individuals on grand stages. The wild men of Borneo were brothers Wino and Plutonor. They were exceptionally strong dwarf performers, displayed in popular circus exhibitions. Audiences were amazed as they lifted men larger than themselves. Their strength and small stature created a striking and unforgettable spectacle. They toured widely and became favorites in Barnum's famous shows. Promoters crafted tales of exotic origins to enhance their mystique. Jojo, the dog-faced boy, was Fedor Adrianovich Jeftichu. Born in 1868, he lived with a condition called werewolf syndrome. His face and body were covered with thick, unusual hair. Circus promoters presented him as half human, half dog to astonished crowds. Audiences were fascinated and sometimes fearful of his striking appearance. Despite the sensational marketing, Jojo showed warmth and humor. Myrtle Corbin was born in 1868 and had dipygus. Her body developed 2 pelvises, creating 4 legs in total. Each smaller leg was paired with 1 larger outer leg. Circuses exhibited her as the 4-legged girl from Texas. Audiences were amazed by her unique and rare condition. After retiring from sideshows, Myrtle lived a private life. She married, raised children, and built a family despite challenges. Ruth Mignon, born in 1910, lived with phocomelia. This condition caused shortened limbs and fused digits on her body. Because of her appearance, she was nicknamed the Penguin Girl. Mignon performed in circuses where audiences marveled at her uniqueness. Despite challenges, she showcased confidence while entertaining large crowds. Her presence reflected society's fascination with physical differences during that era. General Tom Thumb, born in 1838, became Barnum's most famous performer. Standing just over 3 feet tall, he amazed audiences worldwide. Though once called midgets, today the term is outdated and offensive. Instead, dwarf describes individuals with specific genetic conditions affecting proportions. Tom Thumb charmed royalty, politicians, and massive crowds during global tours. This unidentified young man was photographed around 1900, reportedly aged 20. His condition is thought to be multiple enchondroma, a cartilage-based disorder. Enchondromas are benign tumors that develop within bones, causing unusual growths. At the time, medical understanding of such conditions was very limited. Individuals like him often became subjects of both fascination and pity. Prince Randian, born in 1871, lived with tetraamelia syndrome. This rare condition causes the complete absence of all 4 limbs. Despite his disability, Randian amazed audiences with extraordinary self-sufficiency. He could roll cigarettes, paint, and write using only his mouth. His performances challenged perceptions of ability and human resilience. Randian was famously featured in the 1932 film Freaks. Fanny Mills, born in 1860, became known for her unusual condition. She suffered from Milroy's disease, affecting her lymphatic system's drainage. This disorder caused swelling and tissue overgrowth, especially in her legs. Many mistakenly believed she had elephantiasis from a parasitic worm. Despite her challenges, Mills performed in sideshows, drawing public fascination. Francesco Lentini, born in 1884, lived with a parasitic twin attached. The twins' remains included a pelvis, leg, foot, and male genitalia. This unusual formation extended from his spine near his right hip. Despite his condition, Lentini embraced performance and became a celebrated sideshow star. He used humor and skill to captivate audiences worldwide for decades. His resilience and charisma made him beloved rather than pitied. Isaac W. Sprague, born in 1841, suffered from Duchenne muscular atrophy. This rare motor neuron disease caused his body to waste away severely. Unlike ALS, it affects only the lower motor neurons, not both. Sprague's extreme thinness earned him the sideshow title, The Living Skeleton. Despite his frailty, he traveled and performed across America in circuses. Audiences were astonished by his survival and resilience against the disease. Charles B. Tripp was known as the famous armless wonder. Born without arms, he learned to master life with his feet. This 1888 photo shows Tripp calmly drinking tea with graceful control. His audience marveled at his precise skills displayed in everyday tasks. Tripp performed across America, showing strength, creativity, and determination without complaint. His story challenged assumptions and inspired many during the Golden Age circus. Amy Arlington, a snake charmer, posed in Eisenman's studio during the 1880s. Her photograph was printed as an Albino silver cabinet card. Snake charmers amazed audiences with bold acts using dangerous reptiles. Amy's work stood out since women rarely performed such daring shows. Her fearless poses showed strength and confidence in front of the camera. Eisenman's photography preserved her image as part of circus history. This cabinet card from the 1890s features Sharpshooter Wyoming Jack. Sharpshooters were popular attractions in traveling shows across America. They amazed audiences with precision shooting and daring feats. Wyoming Jack's image reflects the fascination with Wild West culture. Cabinet cards like this promoted performers to curious spectators nationwide. His pose conveys confidence and skill before eager audiences. This photograph shows Colonel W.F. Cody, known as Buffalo Bill. Taken around the 1900s, it places him at Brooklyn's 9th Street. Buffalo Bill was a legendary showman of the American Wild West. He gained fame through sharpshooting, scouting, and his traveling Wild West shows. Such images promoted him as both performer and frontier icon. His legacy blended myth and reality, shaping America's cultural memory. This portrait features Eddie Rogers, photographed in New York during the 1880s to 1890s. The work was created by Charles Eisenman, a noted photographer of curiosities. Eisenman specialized in capturing circus performers and sideshow personalities on cabinet cards. These cartes de visite were small photographic prints collected like trading cards. Eddie's image reflects both public fascination and spectacle of the period. Eddie Rogers, photographed in the 1880s to 1890s, appears on a carte de visite. The photo was produced using albumen silver, a popular 19th century process. She was an albino woman who gained recognition in traveling shows. Rogers notably performed in P.T. Barnum's famed traveling museums. Such images were collected widely, reflecting society's fascination with human curiosities. Chang Yu-sing, known as the Chinese Giant, posed in the 1880s. This albumen silver cabinet card was created by photographer Abraham Bogardus. The card measured nearly 6 by 4 inches in size. It advertised Chang's remarkable height and weight for curious audiences. He appeared with Barnum, Bailey, and Hutchinson, captivating show crowds. Such portraits served as both promotion and spectacle in popular entertainment. Gustavo Arcaris, a skilled knife thrower, was photographed around 1890. This albumen silver cabinet card was produced by Jacob J. Ginther. Ginther, an American photographer born in 1859, worked in Buffalo, New York. The portrait highlights Arcaris's theatrical profession and daring stage presence. Knife throwers like him combined suspense, danger, and precision for eager audiences. Such images often doubled as promotional material for traveling shows. This early albumen print features Captain Nettie Littell, a famed rider. The verso inscription identifies her as Champion Long-Distance Rider. She was recognized in America for endurance riding and skilled marksmanship. Littell's career flourished in Colorado, where she built her reputation. Her talents blended horseback mastery with sharpshooting, thrilling audiences of her time. This cabinet card by Frank Wendt shows Mila Mojur, the sword walker. Photographed in the Bowery, New York during the 1890s, it endures. Mojur's act involved daring feats of balance and remarkable physical discipline. Audiences marveled at her ability to walk across sharpened blades. Such performances blended danger, spectacle, and skill, captivating late Victorian crowds. Her image reflects the enduring fascination with unusual talents in circus culture. This 1897 photograph features Leona's dancing act with the Ringling Brothers Circus. Arlene McKnight, the performer, brought elegance and charm to her stage presence. Her act combined graceful movement with the theatrical flair of circus tradition. Audiences admired the artistry, which balanced refinement with captivating showmanship. Such performances highlighted the circus's ability to blend beauty and spectacle. This vintage photograph captures clowns posing alongside a woman for the camera. Their painted faces and costumes highlight the humor central to circus life. The woman's presence adds contrast, softening the image of comic exaggeration. Together, they embody the playful yet theatrical spirit of late circus culture. Such portraits preserved performers' identities beyond the fleeting moments on stage. The Spark Circus was a beloved American show of the 1920s. Here, the elephant empresses stand ready before the grand parade. Such processions, called spec, dazzled audiences with color and movement. Behind the glamour, animals and performers prepared in crowded circus yards. This 1925 photo offers a glimpse of life backstage. Circus culture reflected both entertainment and the hidden labor behind spectacle. The 1930s follys were glamorous stage revues of song and dance. They featured chorus girls in sequins, feathers, and dazzling costumes. The Great Depression made such entertainment a much-needed escape. Producers like Florenz Ziegfeld inspired countless imitations across America. Backstage, performers balanced beauty, exhaustion, and the pressure to sparkle. These photos capture an era of glittering fantasy and resilience. A woman poses proudly beside a towering circus elephant. The elephant's trunk lifts high, adding drama to the moment. Circus photos like this captured excitement and exotic wonder. They reflect an era when animals symbolized power and spectacle. The woman's calm stance contrasts the elephant's massive presence. Together, they embody vintage circus magic and bold showmanship. Two performers stand together in a vintage circus scene. Their costumes hint at roles of comedy or wonder. Such duos often entertained with humor, music, or tricks. The photo preserves a glimpse of circus partnerships past. It reflects the timeless spirit of shared stage performance. A lively group of clowns gathers proudly before the circus tent. Their painted faces beam wide, each mask hiding stories of countless performances. Bright costumes contrast sharply against the black and white photograph's muted tones. Some clowns hold props, while others simply share silent, mischievous smiles. Together, they form a snapshot of circus humor and enduring friendship. Two circus men stand close, arms draped warmly across each other. The caption reads humorously, "Me with gigantic little circus guy's guy." Their expressions suggest pride, friendship, and the humor found in show life. Circus performers often embraced nicknames that blended irony, exaggeration, and playful identity. Behind the laughter, these bonds reflected loyalty within the traveling circus community. A tall man sits proudly on a chair, commanding quiet presence. Beside him, a small boy in a hat rests peacefully. The caption playfully reads, "Little man sleeping," adding warmth to the scene. Circus photography often mixed humor with the intimacy of everyday life. The boy's hat suggests character, charm, and belonging within the circus family. Images like this reveal humanity behind performers' public personas. A small man stands still, his mask unsettling and strangely haunting. He holds a toy tightly, blending innocence with eerie performance art. Such masks were popular in early circuses, crafted to shock audiences. The toy in his hand contrasts sharply with the mask's darkness. Together, they create a moment both playful and unsettling for viewers. This photo captures circus fascination with the grotesque, the bizarre, the unusual. In the 1870s, photography often blended curiosity with dramatic props. Here, a proud figure poses confidently beside a stuffed lion display. Taxidermy animals symbolized strength, power, and exotic adventures from distant lands. For many, these posed photos were a taste of grand exploration. A lion, though lifeless, still represented danger conquered and nature subdued. Victorian audiences admired such portraits as thrilling souvenirs of imagined encounters. The lion tamer stood tall, fearless, and commanding inside the ring. Armed with only a whip and chair, he faced roaring beasts. The circus celebrated such daring acts, blending danger with theatrical flair. Audiences gasped as lions leapt, obeying signals with practiced precision. For many, it symbolized man's triumph over wild and untamed nature. The tamer's calm posture hid countless hours of training and trust. 3 circus girls hang gracefully from ropes suspended high in air. Their bathing suits sparkle under bright lights, capturing the audience's eager gaze. In the 1950s, circus women symbolized beauty, glamour, and daring. Each practiced routine demanded immense strength, balance, and unwavering mental focus. Crowds cheered as performers blended elegance with feats of breathtaking danger. The ropes became their stage, the air their thrilling canvas. 2 clowns stand together, their wigs wild with exaggerated colors. Fake hair, oversized smiles, and painted faces define their playful disguise. Vintage circuses relied on clowns to bring humor and charm. Their antics distracted crowds between daring acts of danger and grace. Children laughed while adults marveled at the ridiculous, chaotic performances. Behind the costumes, clowns carried stories of dedication and resilience. A curious cat poses proudly, wearing a small theatrical hat. This feline performer was affectionately called Pierrot, named after the clown. In the 1890s, animals often joined stage shows and circuses. Cats, though less common than dogs, fascinated audiences with charm and poise. Pierrot's hat suggests he was part of a comedic act. Photographers of the era loved staging whimsical scenes with pets.